Alright, welcome back. Another installment of 5 Minutes to a Better Song. Now, past couple episodes, I've been covering more practical and technical methods when it comes to music production and songwriting. So today, I figured I would dabble a little bit in music theory. More specifically, major and minor scales. Now, if you have a vast knowledge of music theory already and your understanding of major minor scales is pretty good, I won't blame you if you just skip over this video. But for everyone else, if you want to learn a little bit, stick around and let's go. Okay, so I might be throwing a couple crazy vocabulary around for some people, so I wanted to just quickly clear up a couple of definitions real quick. This is a standard keyboard, standard for every piano, keys, whatever. And this series, C through C, in this particular instance, repeats over and over and over again letters A through G on a keyboard. Now in this position in front of these two black keys in the series, this is a C. It starts with C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and C. Pretty much in alphabetical order. It is an alphabetical order. Now, there's two things, whole steps and half steps. A whole step is when you move two keys up, which is equivalent to two half steps. So a half step would be C to C sharp. C sharp would be a half step above C. A whole step would be C to D. Now in this instance, E to F, since there's no black key in the middle here, that is a half step. So we'll be working in the key of C today. So I figured I would clear that up before we get going. So anyway, major scales. Major scales are the happier sounding of the two scales we're going to be working with. Minor scales have more of a sadder feel to them. Major scales, there's only one type, but minor scales, there's actually a couple different kinds. Natural minor, harmonic minor, and melodic minor. Now in any scale, every note actually has a name. The first note of the scale, the root note, so this is a scale of C. The C note is a tonic. The second note is the supertonic. Third note is the mediant. Fourth note is subdominant. Fifth is the dominant. Sixth is the submediant. Seventh is the leading tone. And the last one, the C again, is the tonic again. Or the octave. And it just goes the same way going down as well. What makes a scale major and what makes a scale minor is the intervals between all the notes. How many half steps or semitones between each one. In this particular case, we have a C major scale, and the intervals between the first and second note is a whole step, second to third, another whole step, third to fourth, half step, fourth to fifth, whole step, fifth to sixth, whole step, got another whole step from these two, and then finally a half step to the tonic C. So a better way to remember the intervals is just remember that the intervals are whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. That's at least how I remember it anyway. Now let's take a listen to what the scale sounds like for a reference. For minor scales, the intervals are a bit different. The intervals for a natural minor, which we'll look at first, are whole step first, then a half step, now another whole step, half step, then a whole step, and a whole step. To remember that, just remember that the intervals are whole, half, whole, whole, half, whole, whole for a natural minor. Let's hear this one through. For harmonic minor, you have even a little bit more of a variation. The steps for this one are whole step, half step, whole step again, whole step again, whole step, or half step, And what's different here is you're taking a whole and a half step up to here, and then a half step to the tonic. Let's hear this one through. So sounding a little bit different from the natural minor. Melodic minor is where it gets interesting. Melodic minor is actually different going up than it is coming down. It goes up melodic and then comes down as a natural minor. Pretty interesting. It's not really used very much, but it was developed by composers back around Mozart time to accommodate some weird melody jumps. But the intervals for this one is whole steps, whole step, half step, whole step again, oops, whole step, and half step. And then the rest comes down natural minor. Let's listen to this one. Alright, as a bonus, let's put them all back to back for you to hear all the difference of them. Awesome. I hope you learned something. Music theory gets pretty intensive, so I might have gone over my 5-minute mark. I definitely plan on doing more videos on theory, but it's definitely something you should go dabble with yourself as well. Maybe take a class if you're still in college or high school. I took music theory in both. But for now, go play, go have fun, and I'll see you on the next 5 minutes to a better song video. Peace out.